Hello everyone. So let us now talk about another kind of force which is called as tension force. Okay, and where it exists, where you will find tension force? Whenever objects are connected with ropes. Okay, so now for example, if there is any rope and an object of mass m is connected with this rope and this is attached with the ceiling, right? The object is at rest. Now, just pause the video and think that what are the different kind of forces acting on this block of mass m. Okay? So, what is the first thing which comes into your brain is that gravitational force, that is mg, will act downward, right? Apart from this, you have not learned any other force till now. But the obvious question to ask is that if this object is at rest, then all the forces should balance each other because net force is 0 on this object, right? It means that there has to be another equal and opposite force which is balancing the gravitational force, right? So, obviously, the object which is attached by a string is exerting some force on the mass which is holding it, okay? And what will be the direction? Obviously, the direction has to be equal and opposite. So, the string is pulling the object up. The force which is there in the string is called tension, okay? And in this particular case, when the object is at rest, this tension balances the gravitational force, okay? If the string is at an angle, then what you have to do? For example, if there are two ropes, okay, and then the angle is given to you, theta, both are making, for example, same angle, and then if somebody asks you how much is the tension in the thread, how will you calculate? The tension will be always along the thread, right? So, mg will act downward, this is a knot, this is tension T, okay? Whenever it makes an angle, then you have to find the components that we have already learnt in vectors, right? This angle is theta, this will be theta. If this is T1 cosine theta, and this is T2 sine theta, correct? If this is a different tension T2, then this will be T2 cos theta and the upward component will be T1 sine theta. So, again, if the whole system is at rest, then what will you do? T1 plus T2 sine theta will balance the weight of the object, and T2 cos theta will be equal to T1 sine theta. But here, if T1, T2 are unknown, we have two equations and three unknowns. If theta is not known, you cannot find. So, theta has to be given in the problem. So, if theta is given, then you have two unknowns and you can find T1, T2. This will be balanced by mg, right? And T2 cos theta, the horizontal forces, they will also balance each other. Okay, such kind of problems we will do in detail when we will study equilibrium problems. Okay, again it will come. But just to give you an idea that if the rope is at an angle, then also you can take tension in that rope and you can take the components to balance the forces, right? We'll again come to that when we will study equilibrium. Okay, now let us take another case. For example, if there is a rope of attached with a mass of block of attached with a block of mass m, and I am holding this, right? I am pulling this up with a tension T, and the block is accelerating upwards with A, right? Then A is given, find the tension, with what force I should pull it upwards. How will you do that? Just pause and think. There is a block, so this is a rope and object is attached with this. You are pulling the rope up and the object is accelerating with A. A is given to you, M is given to you. Find the force with which, that force will be the tension in the rope, right? With which you are pulling up. So what you have to use? Apply Newton's second law, right? Mg will act downwards. How much is the net force? It's moving upwards, so I am taking the direction of net force upwards, and the direction of acceleration will be same as the net force. So F net is equal to mass into acceleration from Newton's second law. F net will be T minus mg is equal to ma. T will be equal to ma plus mg. This is the amount of force with which you have to pull it upwards, so that the block has an acceleration A. Okay? Very simple. Exactly the same way, the same kind of concept which we have applied in the lift problems. Right? Now, let us see another kind of problems. Let us take connected bodies with tension. Let us take a table. Two blocks are kept of masses m1, m2. They both are attached with the rope and it is being pulled by force F towards left. You can also pull towards right, just an example. Okay? There is no friction. Now, if somebody asks you what is the question, find the acceleration of the two blocks. Okay. So question A is find the acceleration. Again, I am assuming that both the blocks are moving with the same acceleration. If it is not so, then what will happen? If M1 is moving fast, M2 is moving slow, the rope will break. Or if M2 is moving fast, M1 is moving slow, there will be a slack. I don't want that. I want the rope to be taut. Okay, tight. Find the acceleration of both the blocks till the time both the blocks are moving with the same acceleration. It is simpler to calculate. Okay, one can also calculate, for example, in the case of moving pulleys or wedges, right, that the objects are moving with different accelerations. Okay, those are a bit advanced problems. Okay, we'll look at that later on. Find the acceleration of both the blocks and find the tension in the rope. Okay, I told you all that whenever there is a case of connected bodies, we make use of the free body diagram, right? And always the force between the two blocks are internal forces and they always are equal and opposite, right? Now here, first of all, we have to find the direction of tension. In order to find the direction of tension, the easiest way of thinking is to cut the rope. Okay? For example, if I cut the rope here, from here, then what will happen? M2 will stay there, M1 will pull fast, right? It means that if the rope is there, the rope is pulling M2 towards left, right? So the rope is exerting tension on M2 towards left, right? Now, when rope is there, M2 will be pulled slow. It means rope is pulling M1 towards right. this is the first thing which you have to do. You have to draw the arrows for tension, the direction for tension. It's a force, it's a vector quantity, right? Now, here again you can make the free body diagram, M1, F and T, and they both are moving towards left with an acceleration A. M2 towards T. Also, till the objects are, it is frictionless and there is one rope, the tension will be same. Again we will see that later on. We will take the case of the, here ropes also I am taking to be massless, okay. Much complicated case can be when the ropes can be massive, and also later on we will see that in the case of pulley problems when the pulley is also massive, okay. We will see that slowly. So this is fine. So these are free body diagram. Okay. Now applying Newton's second law on mass M1. Second law, okay. It is moving towards left, so net force is towards left. F minus T is equal to M1 into A, correct? Equation number 1. Second, T is equal to M2 into A, equation 2. Now F is given to you. There are two unknowns, T and A, and there are two equations. You can solve the simultaneous equations. Substituting the value of T into the first equation, you will get M2A is equal to M1A, F over M1 plus M2 is equal to A. This is the acceleration with which both the blocks will move. This is exactly the similar way if instead of the rope, the two blocks are kept together. Okay, it's the same case. There is no change in that. And in order to find the tension, only the difference is that because there is a rope, we are calling that force to be tension. Now this tension T will be equal to M2 F over M1 plus M2. Okay, what is the use of calculating in symbols? You can check the dimensions of tension. Right hand side, numerator has a dimension of mass, denominator has a dimension of mass, right? This and this, they both will cancel. Only the dimensions of force are left on the right hand side, and left hand side is also the tension. It has dimensions of force. So the dimensions are correct. It means to something you have not made the mistake of dimensions, okay. There can be other mistakes, for example, in problems, for example, you have your dimensions are correct, but you have put a wrong numerical value, some constants, right? But still, if you calculate, there are certain accuracy you can check up to which your calculation is correct, okay. So this is how you will calculate this question. You can calculate the tension in the rope, right, and the acceleration of the two blocks. I told you all earlier that in order to calculate the tension, you can also calculate directly by taking net external force divided by total mass. Internal forces will not play any role. Why? Because they are equal and opposite. And from these two equations, you can see that when you add these two equations, minus T plus T will cancel. Okay, these are the internal forces. You will get F is equal to M1 plus M2 into A, F over M1 plus M2 into A. That will give you the acceleration. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now let us do another problem on tension. Problem number 1. Problem 2. Let us take a table. There is a block of mass M1 kept here, and then there is a pulley here. Okay. Pulley is massless, no friction, and another mass of M2 is connected with the pulley. Now, so there is no friction, pulley and rope are massless. Okay, I am assuming to be everything to be massless to just simplify the case. And whenever this rope is there, what will be the direction of the tension? So now let us first draw all the forces on this object, right? M2G, tension, it is pulled upwards. This M1 is pulled towards right, tension, this tension will be the same, and then M1G, and here because there is a surface normal force. Now, in order to find the acceleration of the objects, the two blocks will move with the same acceleration, right? How much is that acceleration? Without drawing the free body diagram, can you calculate directly? So think, the simplest way to think is that how much is the external force which is bringing, one more thing, M2 is greater than M1, okay? So this system is moving like this. We also call this as bent axis, okay? The axis is bent. You can also imagine this mass to be here on a table, on a straight table, like the problem which we have done earlier when the two blocks were kept. So just for your thinking, you can assume that this block is kept here and it is pulled towards there with the help of M2G. This will become exactly the same problem which we have done earlier, okay? So now this is your x-axis, it is just bent, right? And this is your y-axis. The forces in y direction will not affect x direction, okay? There is no acceleration in the y direction. So the forces will balance in y direction. Net force is 0. So normal force will be equal to M1G. That will not affect the movement in the x direction or the acceleration in the x direction, right? Now, how to calculate? In order to calculate directly the acceleration, first way is to directly calculate the acceleration is F net over M total, that is net force is M2G, only M2G. These are equal and opposite internal force. Total mass is M1 plus M2. Okay? Let us now calculate the same thing with the free body diagram, whether we get the same answer or not. How to calculate the free body diagram? So please be careful. This is the same axis. This is not different direction. Okay? You can just assume the mass to be here and think that the mass is pulled towards right from M2G. Okay? So this is your x-axis. Now, what is the free body diagram? For M1, only there is, in x direction there is only one force, T is equal to M1 into A, equation 1. Okay, let me call this as equation 1. Equation 2, then for M2, it is going down, right? This is the direction of acceleration, this is the direction of net force. So M2G minus T is equal to M2 into A. Now from here, you can easily check that when you add these two equations, plus T minus T will cancel, right? M2G will be equal to M1 plus M2A, and A you can get M2G divided by M1 plus M2. So adding these two equations, you will get M2G is equal to M1 plus M2. So in either way you can, so from here again you will get A is equal to M2G divided by, okay, I am not considering any friction, otherwise that will also add, right? Now you can find the tension. How to find the tension? Just substitute the value of A. So T will be M1A, A is this is the amount of tension in the rope. I hope the concept is clear, right? So basically, you can just imagine this object to be here. So this is your x direction. These two forces, M1G and the normal force, will not affect the acceleration in the x direction. Okay? you have to take the forces only in the x direction, right? Because there is no acceleration in the y direction. And then one way you can find directly the acceleration by writing net force divided by total mass. You can just assume, again, this is the one mass, this is another mass. You just assume here, and then it is exactly the similar way that these two masses are connected. You just forget the rope, right? And these two masses are being pulled by M2G. M2G is the external force which is pulling both the masses. Okay? And otherwise, if you feel difficulty in thinking this way, but this is very, very important to understand, you can just draw the free body diagram for the two blocks, write the two simultaneous equation, solve them for tension and acceleration. Okay? But in the exams, sometimes if they don't ask tension, then there is no need to draw the free body diagram. Okay? If 1 minute is also we can save, we should, right? In the competitive exams. Okay. So now a little modification to this problem is one more problem. Problem 3. If I take a pulley and massless pulley again, okay, M1, and this is M2, and this is attached here, okay, massless pulley, massless ropes. So what are the different forces acting on this object, on this system? M2G, M1G, tension is upwards in both, right, because the rope is pulling both the blocks. So now both the blocks I am holding in my hand. As soon as I release the system, what is the acceleration? In all the questions, right, we are finding the calculation, we are calculating the acceleration immediately after release. Okay, this I forgot to mention. So for example, here we are, the question is find the acceleration immediately after release. Okay. Here also you have to calculate, find the acceleration immediately after release. Okay. Now you can just imagine this system. Now how the system is moving upon release? M2 is greater than M1. So the system is moving like this, right? This is the direction of acceleration. This is only one direction. You can just imagine this like this, and again it is moving like this, right? These are not two directions. So you can just imagine this like this. Imagine this is the pulley in between M2G, M2. So M2G is this side, and block M1, M1G is this side. So these two forces are opposite, okay, and tension are like this. You can just imagine in this way. This is your imagination. Gravitational force will act downward, but the system is moving in this way. This is only one direction, okay. Now how to find the acceleration? Either you can write directly F net over total mass. Now how much will be the net force? The net force will be, no need to take the internal forces, right, because they will cancel when I add the two simultaneous equations. M2G minus M1G, right, divide by M1 plus M2. So you should get the acceleration like this. Or draw the free body diagram. Okay? So this is going up, right, going up with an acceleration A. This is going down with an acceleration A. So for M1, equation is T minus M1G is equal to M1A, equation number 1. For 2, it is going down. So net force, the direction of net force is downwards. M2G minus T. Okay. Now you can add these two equations. T will cancel as expected. M2G minus M1G, M1 plus M2 okay, and acceleration will be the net force is m2g minus m1g, which I just showed you. Okay, and now you can find the tension. Again, both the blocks are moving with the same acceleration, otherwise it will become slack or it will break. So here tension will be, you can use either equation to find tension. m1 m2g minus m1g divided by this is the tension. You can just simplify this equation. Okay, equation number 3 and equation number 4. Okay, so this is how we can calculate all these problems with the ropes. Okay, what you have to do, you have to first draw all the forces on the two objects, then draw the free body diagram separately for both the blocks. Then you have to write Newton's second law for both the blocks, write the number of how many objects are there, that number of simultaneous equations you will get, solve them to find the unknowns. Okay, but you should always have an intuition of calculating directly the acceleration with the help of net external force. Okay, all the internal forces which form the Newton's third law pair, they will cancel each other. Okay, that is an important point to note down. Okay, so we'll stop here. In the next video, we are going to learn how to solve the problems when an object is kept on the inclined plane. Okay, then see you all.